Mind in my legal ethics class. I know legal ethics strikes some of you as kind of an oxymoron probably, but Philip did a great job, and it's been nice to see him do well in this community over the years. I'm real happy to be here with you tonight. I want to echo the sentiment expressed earlier that I know all of us are thinking about the 10th anniversary of 9/11, and so many emotions come to mind and memories as we think about that. So I hope all of us over the weekend are doing something to commemorate those whose lives were lost. I love coming to the Hob Nob. I've been here maybe about 4 times, and I'll tell you why I like it, because it exemplifies what's best about us as a nation at a time when we need events like this. The Hob Nob is a place where we come in really proud of our own teams, and proud of who we are, and proud of our parties. I know I am. But we can also be friends and socialize and rib each other a little bit. And I wish there were more things like this. When I was a young man, I was a missionary in Honduras, and it was a military dictatorship, and nobody could vote for anything. And I saw what it was like to live in a community where you couldn't have yard signs and you couldn't support political candidates because the military ran everything. And I came back in 1981 to a country very proud of our traditions. It's okay to have parties, and it's okay to compete. It's okay to have different points of view. In fact, it's good as long as we can all remember we're all Americans. We all need to work together. Be proud of your team before Election Day. After Election Day, work with anybody to make things happen. As some of you know, I've decided and announced a couple months ago that I was going to run for Senate in 2012. And I can understand for numbers reasons why all the 2011 candidates, and there's 45 of them, may not be coming up. It's a little funny to talk about 2012 now, but I'll just say a word about it. America's got big challenges these days. I think Virginia has answers. I'm not pessimistic about our country. I reject pessimism. I reject doom and gloom. I reject people who think everything's wrong or the nation's not going to be competitive and strong in the future. We can fix any problem we have. And I'm going to use a little bit of Virginia pride to suggest that things that we're doing in Virginia could be great lessons to take to Washington. 3 areas very quickly, and then I'll hand it back to Philip. The economy, fiscal responsibility, and then a willingness to find common ground. In the area of the economy, Virginia's unemployment rate is one of the lowest 10 in the nation, and median income, we're top 10. We're top 10 median income when we were 40th a generation ago. We've moved farther than any state in this country from back to front since the 1950s in median income. And the nation's got something to learn from us as we're learning to grow the economy. I think Virginia's largely done it by being smart about investing in people and our education system. And if I go to Washington as a senator, that's going to be my top priority. The kinds of educational investments and innovations that will power the economy and make America the talent society. Second, fiscal responsibility. We're wrestling with what to do in Washington with a tough set of deficits, and how do you deal with the deficit while you've got an economic challenge as well. I think the President laid out a good bipartisan plan that has been supported by both parties last night. I hope to see folks working together to pass significant elements of it. But on the deficit, again, let's learn a lesson from Virginia. AAA bond rated, balanced budget, best managed state in America. There's a right way and wrong way to balance. You can balance without cutting Social Security or shredding the safety net or hurting the economy. You got to balance just by making targeted decisions. That's what I did as governor. I cut more money out of the state budget than anybody who's ever been governor, but I think I did it the right way, not the wrong way. And finally, and I'll conclude, in Virginia we still have events like the Hob Nob. We still have communities that are very diverse where people work together. And we still have a political class that will listen to one another even if we disagree. There are members of the Republican legislature, House and Senate here today. That is an applause line. Because we can work together. I served with 2 Republican houses as governor my first 2 years and 1 each my second 2. There's not a single member of the legislature, Democratic or Republican, that I wouldn't walk across the street to go greet and consider a friend. We may have agreed on a few things, we may have agreed on a lot of things, but we respected each other for trying to work together to find common ground. And there's a reason why Virginia's done well, and it's because we can find common ground, and that's what we need at the national level. So, those Virginia lessons, how to make an economy strong, how to be fiscally responsible, how to find common ground, we can use them in Washington, and I hope to be the representative of my party next year, coming back to the Hob Nob when a big election's underway to talk to you more. But listen, thanks so much for coming. Congratulations to the Chamber for this wonderful tradition, and I look forward to being back many times. Thanks a lot.